the impression I'm getting from what you're saying and the quick little video you've shown us is that this feels to me like it's a 101 lesson on crime prevention. Now, I know how to prevent crime as a householder, right? How to lock my doors, how to protect my car and everything. Is there anyone else here that actually needs this? Because what we've come for is to ask questions. This is what it was advertised as ask anything, right? But you seem to be preventing us from asking questions and going on and on about lock your doors, do this, do that. I reckon everyone here who's angry has already done all that and wants questions answered. So can we just get on with the questions and skip the rubbish that we don't want to see?
Shall we respond to the audience request?
Yes, let's move to whatever questions you like. We're here for the public.
Okay, we'll go to the questions.
Thanks, Tom.
Did you have a question beyond that? Or
I do, but I'll wait my turn.
Okay. It's all right. Chrissy comes to every one of these. He has.
I'm a regular. Guys, I asked you how many, what the conviction rate for burglary was, and I've just looked it up on your own statistics site.
Good.
Every month there is over 1,000 burglaries a month. On the slide you showed a little while ago, you said there was 60 charges brought. Was that in 1 month?
In Basildon here.
Yeah, so you've got over 1,000 burglaries a month. You've
Not
got
in
no
Basildon.
idea what the conviction rate is for burglary.
I'm not going to quote you a stat I'm going to make up out of the air, Chris. I mean, we haven't got the stat with us here, I don't think. If we have, we'll give it to you. But with the 60 offences were in Basildon, and you're quoting, I think, the figures. Are those figures? I think those figures are for the county.
I believe so. UK
Yeah.
crime stats.
Right.
So, you're talking a lot about burglary, but you're not giving us any of the conviction rates. So I'd guess that the conviction rate is very, very inadequate and absolutely terrible, and that's why.
Nationally, conviction rate for burglary is something. It's below 10%, isn't it? It's.
No, not when it goes to court, it's not.
No, but
No, we're
in
not
terms
asking
of
for when it goes to
overall
court.
offences reported.
Sorry.
But Stephen, that obviously you're saying about when it goes to court and stuff.
Yeah.
That is not the question. The question is, what is the conviction rate for burglary?
I think you mean the solved rate, Chrissy, because the solved rate is the number of people we charge. The conviction rate is the number of people that go before a court and get found guilty.
Yes, I'm asking for the conviction rate. In other words, how many people?
I can tell you
how many
many
burglaries and how many people get convicted for those burglaries.
Right.
It's closer to what Roger said. It's under 10%. But you've got all this CSI stuff that when I speak to people that have been burgled, they tell me that the police are practically trying to talk them out of it. Say that there's
No.
Because what I've said from the moment I joined the job was I joined up to arrest burglars. I joined up to put them away. They go into people's homes, they destroy lives. Some people have to move house as a result of it. I've never gone for the easy job. I've always gone for the rapes, the GBHs and the burglaries, and I've done that throughout my career as an operational cop. I can tell you how many people we charge, and I can tell you with some work with the CPS the next 24 hours how many get convicted at court. I'm more than happy to do that for you.
conviction rate, up against the amount of burglaries. That's what I would like.
Yeah.
If there's 1,000
We'll
burglaries a
come
month,
back-
I'd like to know how many you solve.
We will come back to you on it. Yeah.
Right. And just
the
quickly,
charged
Steve,
rate, so I can answer that one. The charged rate in Basildon at the moment,
not charge rate, conviction rate, please. How many people are convicted?
We haven't got that figure here, so
Right.
we will
Stephen,
come back
one
to
quick
you.
thing. You was going on about easy job. Are you leaving Essex Police? Are you going to go for the Met job?
I'm Chief Constable of Essex Police at the moment, and I love this job.
That's not the question. Are you going for the Met Police Commissioner's job?
I'm Chief Constable of this county.
Oh, that's a politician's answer, Stephen.
Let's just be plain about it. For those of you,
I think the dirty secret's out there.
Chrissy, can I just cut you off? I'm sure everyone in the room is aware of the fact that Bernard Hogan-Howe, Commissioner of the London Metropolitan Police, has announced it's going in February. The press has speculated that Stephen is an ideal candidate for it. I would just like to say that I am doing my best to make sure that Stephen remains here with us in Essex because he's an outstanding Chief Constable. But that's all we can really say about that this evening. Can we have other questions, please? Roy, you've got a question. You're going to get fit, Gina.
I'll have this question first. Right. Essex Police have recently had a gun and ammunition amnesty. Was it successful?
We had a firearms amnesty, for those of you not aware. We had about, I think, if I recall this correctly, about 124 firearms.
130. I've got the figures here if you like.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I guessed this one might come up, so I got some stats. So 130 firearms handed into the police during the two-week surrender, which was from October the 31st to November the 11th. Of those, there were 27 whole rounds of ammunition. That included 43 air weapons, 32 blank or live firing pistols, 7 live firing or replica revolvers, 6 live firing rifles, and 41 full-length shotguns.
Because in the past we've spoken about action fraud. I attended Colchester Police Station recently to report a fraud. There was a 7-year-old child with me and another gentleman. We waited in reception for 45 minutes and there was another gentleman there with a weapon. 45 minutes, nobody come to see this bloke, sitting there with a rifle. So I'm interested in why he had to wait 45 minutes sitting there with a weapon, because are you really interested in taking weapons off our streets? Because I've been sent some correspondence. As you know, firearms have been offered directly to the Chief Constable Cabinet on several occasions.
What?
Well, I've got the email here that was sent to yourself and to you, Mr. Hurst, and the file was given to you on May the 21st.
Firearms have been offered to me?
Yes. What's it say? Quote, part of email sent to D.I. Wood, Paul Sugden and Chief Constable Kavanagh. As I've proven emails and recordings with Essex Police, there's a problem over guns. That you spun this address over 2 photos. I've got a file here that a gentleman's given me that he's been trying to hand in some weapons, right, and nobody's interested in taking them off of him.
Okay, I wouldn't
Has this gun amnesty been brought about to try and cover up these weapons that have been tried to be handed in since March of this year?
Well, we've managed to get 130 weapons in. I'm not aware of anyone trying to give me any weapons. If I had done, I suspect I'd have taken them.
Dear Mr. Hurst, this email is being sent to you because
if
you've responded to the one sent dated the 15th of the 8th, and this was sent on the 3rd of the 9th this year. We would ask you to amend and record my complaint as it was written. Now, the reason why this has been given to me is because it's concerning a complaint, and you know that I'm looking into complaints that Essex Police deal with, and it is abysmal, the response we get. I spoke to you at the end of the last meeting, and what my solicitor wrote, this was perverse and irrational. And what did you say? Do what you've got to do.
Always. If you've got to take that to the IPCC, if you want to take civil action...
They're not interested, as you know they won't be interested. So it's been given to Mr. Hurst.
They're independent. What I would say is, it's a bit like this gentleman here. If someone's left sitting in one of my front offices for 45 minutes without being seen, that's just not the service the public demand and deserve. So I'm not going to try and justify that either. It's very difficult for me when we have, in the region of 1,400 calls a day, we have in the region of about 3,000 interactions a day, knowing the quality of each of those. But that's why we're here. If we are falling short, if we are not getting done what we need to do, then you tell me and I'll find out what we can do about it.
Yeah.
Well, that incident in Colchester has got nothing to do with this bundle of paperwork I've got concerning the handing in of weapons, and the pair of you have been given a file about these weapons that have been used in possibly contract killings. Nobody seems to be interested in collecting them.
We can take that up, but I mean, I'm not familiar with what you're saying there, Roy. I mean, you've got some paperwork that I've not seen, so I mean, give it to us afterwards and we'll take it up.
Right.